Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. I know we're about ready to get started. We've got like a minute till, I don't know, noon until time starts. But if you want to, you can go ahead and get started. We are going to use dumbbells, mat, band. I'm going to use the band for my legs today. So if you need to grab anything, go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to grab stuff. I forgot I left them over here. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and get started warming up. Right now, you have a little bit of space side to side. Let's go ahead and use that. Take a big step side to side. Right now, a little bit of tightness in the abdomen. Let's correct any bad posture we have. If we have any forward lean, let's go ahead and stack that vertebrae up, one on top of each other, and then we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Go ahead and release any tension that you're carrying around that neck and shoulder area, okay? Work nice deep breaths. Prepare yourself now. Good job. And kind of just release any of that stress now. This is your time. Let's try not to think about the busyness ahead and just be here in the moment. Shoulders are back and down, nice and long. Abs are tight. Let's go. Up and up. Reach. Good job. So right now I'm reaching up overhead. My abs are a bit tight. I'm not going to go in front of my body. I want to go up and straight up so that I get a stretch through my shoulders and my upper back. Good, and keep that going. Excellent job. Good. Keep that moving, keep that going. I'm going to go ahead and change it to a wider step and then a pivot. And I'm going to go arm up, and it's going to come across my body. So it's up and over, not in front, but over up top. Good job. Keep that going. Good breathing. Excellent job. Awesome. From here, let's go ahead and switch it up again. Tighten up in the abs to protect the back. If in case we have any back lean, I'm going to start lifting up my legs. Pull them on up. Continue to breathe. Good job. My abs have a bit of a tightness. I'm picking up my legs, hands wherever you need them for balance. You have another option where you could be hugging in the legs. It's up to you. Good. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and pulling up my legs. Chest stays up, feet about hip width apart, and I'm going to squat. We're warming up the legs. Let's go ahead and have the feet about hip width apart. The knees are pointing forward with the toe. Chest stays up. Good job. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of get that stretch out along the back side. So the glutes and the low back as I'm warming up my legs. Good. And I just move around a little bit just so that you can see different angles. Good. Good. Keep that going. Awesome. Now I'm going to do modified or regular jumping jack. It's up to you. Are you ready to hit it? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. My legs are wide. I'm going to kick them on back. My arms, I'm going to pull. Continue to breathe. Good job. Keep that going. Awesome. So I'm stretching out my quads, warming up my hamstrings. My arms are pulling back. Continue to breathe. Excellent. Abs are tight. Reach across the body. Very good. My abs are tight. I'm going to go to a kick out. So go ahead and give me like a little bit of a kick out. So I'm getting that elongation in the back of the leg. Good breathing. Awesome job. A couple more. From here, you're gonna go ahead and go back to squats. This time I'm gonna pick it up onto my toes. So squat to a toe lift. Let's start waking up those ankles, getting the calf involved. Good job. This is our warm up and our stretch. We're waking up the muscles. We're moving out the joints, taking our time, listening to our bodies. Good job. You're on mute today too, so feel free to listen to music. And great. Okay, so right now I'm gonna go back to jumping jacks. Here's a modified. I'm gonna go regular jumping jack for 10. Join me if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Hands wherever you need for balance. We're going for range of motion at that hip joint. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift up a leg, circle it on out. Good job. Awesome. So now I'm gonna start the leg wide. I'm gonna bring it back. Keep it going, leg wide, bring it back in. And last one. Abs a bit tight, swing kick it side to side. Swing kick. Awesome. I'm gonna put my hands on my hips. I'm gonna circle out my hips. And this is kind of just bringing some range of motion for that low back, moving it out, stretching it out. Listen to your body, do what you can do. Switch directions of the circle. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to pick a couple stagnant stretches. Maybe you have stretches you like to do. I'm going to choose places that get tight when I sit a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go straight leg. The knee is soft, it's not locked out. Supported leg has a bit of a bend. Then I can reach down and I can put my hands on my supportive leg, or I could reach down. It's up to you. Continue to breathe. Here I am stretching out my hamstring, my calf. Continue deep breaths. Slowly coming up, supportive leg is going to have a little bit more of a bend. The leg we're going to stretch is going to be straight with the soft knee. That means we're not locking it out. I'm on the heel, the toe is popped. I reach on down, or I can put the hands on the supportive leg, or a little bit of both. Continue to breathe. Slowly come on up. Okay, so now I'm going for hip flexor. Let's bring that leg back to my core. I'm going to go ahead and take a big step forward. I'm going to drive my knee forward, and then my hip flexor is also going to drive forward with that knee. Try to keep your back heel on the ground. Now with the leg forward, I'm going to lift up my arm. Continue to breathe. And slow release. Here we go. We switch it up. Take a big step forward. Back leg, back hip flexor. Drive it forward. And great. Awesome. Okay, let's talk equipment. I am going to use a band for my legs, and this is completely optional. You don't have to do it. You're gonna get a fine workout without it, but if you have it, it does add a little bit extra. So I'm gonna use this for my legs. I have my dumbbells and my mat nearby, and of course some water. If you haven't had any water yet today, go ahead and grab yourself just a little bit of sip right now, and then set up if you want to with the band at mid-thigh. I'm gonna go ahead and set my band. Be careful, okay? This requires a little bit of balance. Maybe you need to sit on the edge or hold on to something. Do what you need to do to get that band on safe, okay? Here we go, I got that band on at mid-thigh, looking good. I'm gonna also incorporate some dumbbells in this first one. Wanna try it out? Let's go for it. Okay, I'm gonna do a swing squat. So I'm gonna take my legs and they're about double hip width apart, okay? So my feet are about double hip width apart. I'm gonna take a weight. Now you have options. These weights are pretty light and so they're small. So I'm able to hold on to 2 of them to double up the weight and hold it securely. If you don't feel like that's very secure and it's gonna fly out, it's not worth it. So you can hold on to 1 head of the dumbbell or the 2 heads of the dumbbell, whatever you prefer, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start you off with swing squat. You're fine facing forward. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see all the little positions of this. So my legs are wide. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna swing out. Down, and I'm gonna swing out, okay? Do you see how I'm not tipping forward at my hip? Now I'm gonna show bad form on this next one, just so in case you're doing it, so you know what looks bad. This is no good. See how I drop and that motion? I did it really slow because I didn't wanna hurt myself, but we're not gonna do that today, okay? It involves too much of the low back and it gets a little too iffy when you don't have someone spotting you. Okay, so here we go. We're doing a swing squat. Band is optional, you don't have to use it. If you want to add a little extra, you can, and let's go for it. We have about 20 of these, and we've already been rocking for a few, so we'll do about 12 more. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, good job, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna set my dumbbells right off to the side. I know where they are. I'm not gonna trip on them, okay? Now I'm coming right back and I'm gonna go into a squat, step forward lunge, squat, step forward lunge. You stay there, I'm just going to turn the side so you see different views. Step, squat, step, chest stays up. We get that butt back and down. We squat it down to about 90 degrees if you can. And then we're gonna power out of that and come into a lunge. With that lunge, it's about that front leg. What leg is forward? We're gonna plank that forward leg and then push right out of it. You got it? Keep it going. Good job, good job. Awesome job, awesome job. We have about 20 of these. We have about 20 of these. Looking good. Coming down to a squat. Let's do 10 more. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8. Get low in that squat if you can. 7. Good job. 6. Looking good. Get low. 5. Stay strong. Chest up. Get down in those squats. Get down in those lunges. Finishing strong. 2 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now set yourself up. I need your right leg forward. I need your right leg forward. You are now into a lunge position. Tip of that hip. Spine is straight. Abs are tight. Pop, 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 pop. Pull that leg up. Now I'm going to add a bit of a jump. You never have to jump. Feel free to stay here. If it gets tiresome in the back, come up right a little bit more. But if you can, keep it low. Okay, ready? We're doing a 20-foot jump if you can. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you need a little bit of space, a little bit of space. Getting ready, here we go. Move it fast. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna pick it up. Join me if you can. We're just going for a little side lateral walk. I'm gonna make it move fast. Good job, good job. Pick it up, pick it up. This is where having the band helps for that extra. Without a band, I'd be like much easier. This makes it so much harder. So if you don't have a band, why don't you try making it hard by getting down low, holding on to dumbbells, do a little something extra though, okay? Good job. Good job, good job. We're going side to side, about a 3-stepper. You don't have that space. 1 step, 2 step, whatever you got. Let's go. Keep it going. Looking good. And I'm hitting around 20. So I'm not sure where you're at, but I'm gonna do about 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're breathing. If you need to take a break, you take that break. If you can bust right into the next one, grab your weights, 1 weight, 2 weight, where are you at? We're going back, swing squat. We're doing our swing squat. The knees, they are the same place as the toe, okay? So when I bend down, the knee and toe point forward, the chest stays up. Continue to breathe. Keep it going. Excellent job. We're aiming for about 20, but I don't feel like counting. So we're just gonna get close to that number. Good job, good breathing. Core is tight. Looking good. Excellent job. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Weights, know where they are. Get them out of the way. I don't want you tripping on them. I'm going to go ahead. You're fine facing forward. I'm just showing you side view. I'm going to squat down, step forward right, squat down, step forward left. Now, if you are feeling healthy and well, I need you to get down into that squat, power out, step forward, big step forward, and get low. Good job. I have that band on still. That's an option. You don't have to wear the band. You can always take it off. You do feel a little bonus if you're wearing it though. Excellent job. Hopefully the legs are tired. They should be getting there. If they are not, congratulations, you are crazy strong. But then you got to add some stuff. You got to add like dumbbells to your hands to make it a little bit more. I'm starting to feel my legs. I'm still able to move. I could push through, but I'm aware. Oh, I'm aware that this is getting tiring. Good job, but I want to keep good form the best I can. Continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How you doing? Can you switch legs? Get that left leg forward. Tip at that hip. Spine is straight. Pull, pull, pull. Your left leg is forward. Lift that leg. Get it up. Get it up. How you doing? How you doing? Can you keep low? Is your back okay? If not, come upright a little bit more and do what I'm showing now. If you can, stay low. I'm going to jump it for 20. You with me? Let's do it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How you doing? A little bit of space side to side, a little bit different this way. It's about like a one, it's like a 2-step that we're gonna need side to side, but you're only really taking 1 step. So I'm gonna go reach down together, reach down, 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 down. Good. Okay, big wide squat to the side. Reach it down. Can you touch the ground? I'm just gonna get close. Keep it moving. Keep it going. We have about 20 of these. Whew. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, good job. Woo. Grab your breath, grab some water. I'll meet you back here with your dumbbells down on the mat. Water, breathing. I'll meet you back in about 30 seconds with our mats out and dumbbells nearby. Work your breathing. Make sure you can control about 3 deep breaths in and out without struggle or have a conversation before moving on. Those are all good indicators you are good to go. When you're ready, pull out a mat, have it nearby. A lot of what I'm going to be doing now is going to cut the middleman. Instead of standing and going through arm stuff, I'm going to have you on your knees. Now, when I'm standing, some of that like wiggle gets absorbed through ankle and knee. I'm going to cut that. And now my core has to work harder at holding me upright. So now I'm going to feel it more in the hip flexor, glute, and low back. Okay, so I'm doing that on purpose. Here's when you wouldn't want to do it. Does it hurt your knees? Is something feel off? It's not worth it. Just stand up. Okay, so I'm going to take it from the knees, but again, you could do it standing. And whatever position is going to mean where you don't have to keep like turning to the side. So I'm going to be moving around a lot, but you just kind of find what's going to work for you. Okay, so I have my dumbbells. They are nearby. I'm going to get to them in a minute. I don't need them right now. So I'm setting them down a bit wide out of the way. I'm going to start off with a push-up. Push-ups are not for everybody, but hey, if you want to start somewhere, you start body as a box and you just push that body out of that box, okay? You could also take it from a wall, pressing away the wall, having your feet about a foot away from the wall or so, and we could play with that. If none of this works for you, lay down on your back and do a chest press instead. Here we go. I'm going to start you off with a push-up. Abs tight. Let's keep it pretty normal on this one. My elbow, my arms. Let's start over. My hands are straight down from my shoulder. A bit wide is okay. My elbows aim a bit wide and back. My core is tight. My core, my body is in a plank. This is a glorified plank. What does that mean? Keep your spine long and strong. Keep your abdomen tucked in. Don't let it drop with gravity. Good job. Let's do 5 more. And then 5. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my dumbbell. You're fine wherever you're at. I'm just going to move around a bit. Shoulders are back and down. Arms are pressing overhead. Now, I would not go overhead if I'm out of breath. Do a bicep curl instead, modify to something else. If you want to keep your legs pretty narrow, it's going to be a lot harder on the core. If we get those knees a little bit wider, just a little bit wider of a base, it's going to make it easier. Okay, bracing your body. Okay, so my glutes are tight, my hip flexors are tight, my back is strong, my core's a bit tight to hold up my balance. My arms go overhead. I'm so already tired today. I don't know why. Let's do 5 more. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, close. 2, finish strong, and 1. Great. I'm going down to my forearms and I'm going to hit up a plank. Okay. On the forearms, abs tight, hold it. Abdomen is strong. Here we are, pushing down through our fist, forearm, and our elbow, not just our elbow. Our abdomen is strong. Our spine is long, through the neck all the way to the tailbone. Keep it here, hold it here. Your abs want to drop with gravity. Do not let them pull them in. Continue to breathe, hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's great. Come on up, come on up. Grab your dumbbells. Abs are tight. Shoulders are back and down. What do you want to do with the legs? You want to keep them hip width? It's going to be a little harder, a little wider, it'll be easier. I'm going to go L shape. L shape. One goes in front, one goes to the side. Lock up that core. Try not to let it shake too much, okay? I know mine's moving a bit. I get it. I'm trying to keep my abdomen, hip flexors, and glute holding me strong. Let's breathe. Good job. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, good breathing. 6, tight abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, finish, and a 1. Good job, good job. Fantastic work. Set those dumbbells down. Get ready. We are going back to a push-up. If you need to modify, we talked about different ways to modify. You can even bring it down to doing a chest press and doing one at a time. I'm going to do kind of like a little bit of off balance push-up, and you could be on your knees or your toes, okay? So I'm going to set one hand a little bit more back and one hand a little bit more forward, okay? My elbows go wide, I come down, I press out of it, I switch. So this is honestly a little bit more realistic to picking yourself off the floor. You're not always going to position your arms in a certain way. So I like it. I like it for that real world application. And again, you can keep on your knees or your toes. I'm doing okay on my knees, so I'm going to try on my toes for a little bit of a challenge. Keeping my core tight. I definitely feel my core more when I popped up to my toes. Good job, good job. Just a little up, just a little down. Arms go wide. And again, if you don't like it, feel free to lay down on your back and do an alternating chest press. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Onto your knees, core is tight, grab your dumbbells. Shoulders are back and down, long through the neck. Arms up in guard. Rotate them and lift them up overhead. Good job. So now I have my arms in guard, and then I'm going to go ahead and rotate it, and now the palm faces you. I lift up over my head. Already tiring. And in 10, 9, good breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, we are close. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to set that down, and I'm coming into a plank. Go ahead and go onto your forearms into the plank, and we're going to keep it easy. It's a soft plank. My abs are tight. My spine is long and strong. I'm pushing down through my fist, forearm, and the elbow, not just the elbow. Now I'm tucking in my abdomen, and I'm pressing forward and back on my toes. Saw forward, back, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. From here, I'm coming back up. I'm going to show you guys side view on this, but again, you're fine facing forward. So here's where we get a little tricky. You might want to stand. I'm going to go ahead and put a tip at my hip, but I'm still in my kneeling position. My arms come in front, and I'm going for a back fly with a little bit of a eager lean forward, just a little bit. which means my back is working, my hip flexor is working as I hold the position and my arms open wide. Here we go. I'm gonna get a few more than 10. I'll count you off soon. I'm gonna squeeze the upper back, draw those shoulder blades towards each other, continue to breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. I'm gonna set my weights down, get to them later. I'm gonna lay down on my back. So go ahead and join me, lay down on your back. Good. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna start you off with a modification, and then I'm gonna pull away from that and show ones that are a little bit harder, and if your neck is okay, you could try it out. So I'm gonna start you off, always we could just do tight abs release. You could put the fingertips behind the ears. I don't like lacing because you tend to pull your neck out of alignment. I'm gonna keep my abdomen tight. I'm gonna draw in from my low abdomen. I'm gonna do so much so that I'm able to lift up that upper body. What is not happening is momentum of pulling my upper body up. It's coming from my abs. Okay, so I could go side to side, side to side. Now, you wanna make it a bit harder, crunch up, hold, keep that tight. Palms are up, and my pinky is gonna reach for inside my legs. And I twist, side, side, side. Good, good breathing. Keep that going. Excellent job. Looking good. Looking good, good breathing. Keeping that going. Beautiful. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my hands and take away some of the weight of my neck. If this becomes too much, just set your head down. If you can, continue to hold that crunch. Hands take away the weight of the head. And I'm gonna go onto my tippy toes. And I'm gonna do one knee in towards my chest, one toe down. And I wanna put some imagery behind this. I'm gonna barely tap the water with my toe. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna tuck that knee in towards my chest, okay? And we're gonna gently tap. We're not bounding off the ground. We're gonna pull that knee in towards the chest, okay? Keep that going, keep that going. Excellent job. Should be getting nice and tired in this midsection from holding up a crunch. You doing okay? If you need to take a break, set the head down, okay? Now hear me on this next one. I'm gonna keep the head up, but if your neck is spent, set your head down, continue the legs. If you can, put the legs at tabletop. They are not crossed. They are holding it independently. And I'm gonna go ahead and pulse, 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 pulse. How you doing with the pulsing? Is your neck okay? Try to put your fingers out. Reach, reach, pulse, 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 pulse. Cool. So I'm pulsing here, looking good. Pulse it out, pulse it out. Now, see how I'm coming up, back down, just up, up, down, one after another. I'm gonna hold up, hold, and I'm gonna push down the weight with my hands, okay? So just push down my arms, pushing down gravity. I'm holding up the crunch. I'm pushing down, holding in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands go back to the head. If your neck is spent, set it down. If you can hold, you hold. I'm gonna extend one leg out, pull one knee in. Extend, extend, extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We are done. That was quite a little series for the abs. Get a stretch out if you need it. Excellent job. Okay, I'm gonna slowly make my way up, grab a sip of water. I'm gonna clear my mat because I don't need it anytime soon. We are heading back to legs. Grab some water, work the breathing, make sure you have some space. And if you are going to use the band for the legs, grab it again. have my band. I'm gonna go ahead and set up with it. And we are playing with the high reps today. Similar formula, but I'm gonna change the moves out just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with wide leg. And I'm gonna go ahead and start you off with squat down. Now watch the knees. You don't want the knees to tuck in. They need to be wide and over about midfoot. And then I'm gonna rotate so that the knees and toes are facing one way. Come back, dip down, rotate. How you doing with this one? If you don't get a good pivot on the toe, don't do it. Instead, you can go ahead and pulse it out. Come up every once in a while if you need to, okay? So I'm gonna rotate, dip down, rotate, dip down. Continue breathing. Lots of action for the legs as we work through this, especially if you have a band on, having that extra resistance. Good job, good job. Keep it moving, keep it going. Feeling the glutes, feeling the quads, inner outer thigh, hamstrings, getting it all right now. Now, what do you want to do with your hands? A lot of times I find my hands kind of set right in front of my chest, and I think I put them there, even subconsciously at this point, so I don't fall forward. Holding my chest upright, having good posture, maintaining good posture so that the body weight doesn't get put into the low back, the glutes are working. Good job. Keep it moving. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You need a little bit of space, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do a forward lunge and a back lunge. I'm gonna have your right leg be the mover to begin with. So I go step forward. I like either do tap or lift the knee, high knee, and I go back lunge. So I'm gonna go high knee, and that's gonna be a bit harder, but again, you could tap instead. With about 20 of these. Forward, back, forward, back. Excellent job. How you doing with that forward back lunge? If it's too much, pick just one. Pick just stepping forward in a lunge. Excellent job. I love it. Now, even though your right leg is the mover, your left leg is probably carrying more of the burden, holding stability, okay? Good job. Keep that going. Working the glutes, working the quads, working the hamstring. Looking good. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, almost there, and 1. Great job. How you doing? Okay, so I need you to go ahead and plant one leg forward. Are you planting your right leg? Let's go ahead and do that. Plant the right leg. I'm gonna go ahead and go reach down. You can touch the ground, you don't have to. And then I'm gonna kick out. Reach and kick. I am not arching my back, I am tipping forward at my hip. So that means I'm bending in that front knee and tipping at that hip. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kick on out. Good. I'm aiming for about 20 of these. So it's a deep lunge with a kick out. You don't have to use the band. It does add a little extra. And again, if this is too much, kick to what you feel comfortable, or maybe it's not kicking at all and it's just standing upright. I'll show it again. Standing upright. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How you doing? You need a little space, it's forward back. You're fine coming out the screen. I'm gonna stay this way so that you get a better view of what's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and come down into a squat. You have options. Let me show it a little bit hard first, okay? I'm gonna do your right leg moving. Lunge, lunge, feet together, squat, back 3, 2, 1, and we're not gonna do 20 of these, we're getting 10. Now, the 3, 2, 1 is a little intense with those back hops, so feel free to do a shuffle back, okay? Let's get ready, here we go. Lunge, lunge, together, 3, 2, 10. 9, 8. Good breathing. Stay low into those lunges on that move forward. We're really trying to keep a squat on those back hops. So I hop, land, squat, hop, land, squat, hop, land, squat. What I'm saying is land the squat. You hear that? So I dip it down. Man, that's getting hard. Good job. Pushing through. Not easy. Fighting for it. Looking good. We'll do 3 more. 3. 2. This is it. Get it done. And this is it. Fantastic. Okay, I'm moving right along. If you need to take a break, work the breathing. Make sure you're in control. I go wide step. My legs are out. Bands my mid-thigh. Chest is up. Feet are out. And I'm gonna go ahead and rotate and dip. Center dip, rotate, dip. When I say rotate, it's that toe that's rotating, pointing forward with that opposite leg. Then I add in a dip once both toes are pointing the same direction. Keep it going if you can. With about 20 of these. Keeping that chest up. Continue to breathe. Looking good. Doing the best you can. What does that mean today? Maybe that means you're just pulsing out, taking breaks, standing upright if you need to. Maybe that means you're lower than me. You're staying low. You're not even coming up out of that dip, and you're just rotating and adding a little bit more of a hint of a dip. Push that body. Do what you can do. Good. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Left leg, get your left, I'm sorry, yeah, let's move that left leg out. Where's your left leg? The left leg is now the mover. Step forward lunge. You can do tap or high knee and back lunge. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17. Keep moving, keep going. Yes, your left leg is the mover. That means your right leg is carrying the burden. And it has to like feel out all those little adjustments and bends and moves as we create imbalance with the moving leg. Your stabilizer is carrying the load, which feels like a metaphor for life, right? So here we go. Stabilize with the one leg, carrying the load. The other leg is the mover. Keep breathing. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How you doing? Get that left leg forward if you can. What did we do last time? I did a reach down and then I tapped up. You want to join me with that? If not, you can go reach down, big lunge, stand to lift. Join me with what you could do. 20, 19, 18, 17. Get low in that lunge, pop on out. Get low in that lunge, push down, be strong to that front leg, push down through that heel. Feel that glute on that front thigh. Sorry, feel that glute on that front leg, feel that front of the thigh. Feel that. Keep moving, keep going. Looking good, staying strong. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ooh, balance off. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you got a little bit of space. How you doing with that? We're going forward, back. Join me if you can in a squat. Left leg is the mover. Left, right, together. 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. We're fighting for this. This is getting hard. This one is not easy. This is a challenge. We push through. We grow stronger right here, right now. Make that body move. What can you do? Whatever you can do, keep moving if you can. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, finish. Make it good. Awesome. Take your time. Work your breathing. Grab some water. Carefully take off the band if you have it. And we will come back in about 30 seconds or so with the mat out and dumbbells. I'm looking at time. I'm doing some editing. We got in like a really awesome set with the abs in that first round. So we're spending a little bit more time focusing in on upper body. But yeah, your upper body is still part of your core, having like your outer chest and stuff like that. So we're gonna get in more supportive characters, upper body, not like classic core. I have my dumbbells nearby. I don't need them right away. We're going for a slow-mo push-up, which could be you laying on your back and doing a chest fly instead. Okay? I'm going for my slow-mo push-up. I'm gonna move down. And about a 4 count, I'm gonna come up on like a 1-2 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, pop. You can do this from your knees. You can do it against a wall. You can have your dumbbells in your hand, lay on your back, chest press or chest flies instead. Slow motion coming down, pop out. Slow motion coming down. 5 more tight abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. I just had to do a little stretch out. Maybe you join me in that. Okay, so now I'm moving on to grabbing my dumbbells. I'm going to be on my knees, but again, you can be standing. Abs are tight. Here we go. Arms down all the way. Pick them up. Down low, all the way up, press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set down your weights. Coming back down to the mat. We're going tricep push-up. I'm gonna stay on my knees. If you got really strong triceps, feel free to be on your toes, or you can lay down your back and do a tricep press. Here we go. My elbows are aiming straight back, and I'm gonna have them like glide along the side of my body. So keep the arms pretty narrow. My core is tight. Do not cross the legs if you're on your knees especially, okay? Now, again, you can be on your toes. I'm on my knees. My triceps, I know, are not the strongest part of my body. So I know I can make it a little bit deeper and make it harder if I'm actually on my knees. Because if I'm on my toes, I'm not getting down as deep. 5 more, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Back onto your knees. Hold that body upright. How you doing? Abs tight, strong. I'm going for bicep cycle. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set down the dumbbells. You're doing great. Okay, back to doing push-ups. We're gonna go down and press out, slow motion. I'm gonna be on my knees, but again, you can go to your toes to make it harder. My hands are a little bit wider than my shoulders. Elbows gonna go back and wide. I drop it down. I'm up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, you can be on your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic job. Go ahead and shake that out. Beautiful work. We're gonna go ahead and have to cut it right there. I'm looking at time, so I'm gonna get you right into stretching. If you want to use a stretching strap, have it nearby. We will use it in about like a minute or so. Okay, so I'm gonna lay down on my back. Hands are overhead, long body, long spine. Maybe for you, that was a lot on your wrist. You can use this position and stretch out your wrist. Go big circles one way, big circles the other way, up, down, side, side, finger stretch. Breathe. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Release it, hug your knees. I'm gonna really hug my knees. And now I'm starting to round that low back. I'm gonna loosen up my rounding of the low back. I'm gonna draw circles. Switch direction. Awesome. My arms open wide, my knees are bent, and I'm gonna drop them side to side, which feels great. Awesome. Okay, from here, I'm going to use a stretching strap that you are fine with your hands. I'm going to pass off one leg to the hands. I'm going to straighten that leg out. The opposite leg can stay bent or go down straight. Continue to breathe. Take a deep breath in, release, point your toe down. Continue to breathe. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm brings that leg across the body. Point the toe down. And good, go ahead and release that. I'm going to switch the legs up. Straighten out that leg. I'm getting that hamstring. Continue to breathe. Point the toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Leg goes across the body, point the toe down. And release. From here, I'm going to go ahead and put my ankle on top of my thigh, and then I have options. I can either sit up, or I could slide my hand in through that gap and hug it in, okay? And you got preference with your head. You can either lay it down on your mat, or if it doesn't hurt your neck, you can curl it in. That's just a preference. Continue to breathe. Slow release of that. Switch the legs up, ankle and thigh. And again, you could sit up or you could hug it in. I'm going to choose hugging it in. Go ahead and release that. From here, I'm going to go ahead and extend my body, extend out my legs, push out the heels, fold that body over and reach for your calf, your ankle, whatever you can reach for. Continue to breathe. Let's slowly release that. And my soles of the feet come together, and you have options. You can stay like so. You can tip a little bit at the hip and push down at the elbow and fall forward. You can extend the legs wide. It's up to you. Slow release of that. From here, I'm going to go onto my stomach. I'm going to pick up my arms and move into the cobra stretch. You can do it from your forearms. You can do it from your palms. Either way, just make sure your shoulders are not swallowing your neck. You get a good spine extension. Release that. From here, I'm going to go ahead and push back into my child's pose. Slow release, all four corners, take a step forward. Drive that back hip flexor forward, and feel free to modify if you want to make it harder. This is a good place to start though. And release. All four core, step it forward. Drive that back hip flexor forward and breathe. And good, go ahead and release that. Okay, so don't flick your head up. Slowly make your way to standing. I'm gonna move my mat out of the way and make sure I have nothing to trip on. So make sure you're clear, you got nothing to trip on. And we're gonna go ahead and give ourselves a little space. I'm gonna separate my legs a bit. We'll go arm up and then I tip. Get that stretch in the hip. And release. Arm is straight up, tip. Get that stretch in the hip. Slowly up. Shoulders are back and down. Awesome. Okay, so now we are ready to go ahead and stretch out the arms a bit. I'm going to go arm crosses over. Release that. Switch. Arm crosses. Switch. Elbows up. Gently pull it back. Release and switch. Great, and release that. And my shoulders are going back and down. Hear me out on this next one. You have to breathe, lots of breath. I'm going to go spinal extension. I'm going to arms open, thumbs go back. Stretch wide for the chest, wide for the spine. Here we go. And now I'm going to fall forward, and I'm going to just hang there and get spinal flexion, stretching out the back and the back of the legs. I'm going limp now. I'm going to stack one vertebrae on top of each other. I'm going to slowly make my way to up. When I get to the top, shoulders roll back and down. Again, roll them back and down. Tip that chin and side to side. Coming up, look over the shoulder. Other side. Neutral and up. And back to neutral. Awesome job. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.